Mithrawn Nuruodo, known to the galaxy by his core name, Thrawn, was a Chiss, born on the icy world of Scylla, several decades before the outbreak of the Clone Wars. After spending his childhood on the home world, Thrawn enlisted in the Chiss Expansionary Defense Force, the military arm of the Chiss Ascendancy, and quickly became the youngest Chiss to reach the rank of Commander in the Ascendancy's history. Thrawn's career with the CEDF led to many impressive accomplishments. He was the first Chiss ever to encounter humans, as well as the first to become fluent in Galactic Basic. It was also through Thrawn's exploits that the Chiss Ascendancy first became aware of the Force, and of droids, two concepts previously foreign to their species. Decades later, Thrawn curried substantial favour with Chancellor Palpatine of the Galactic Republic, after he assisted the Chancellor in a Black Ops mission to destroy a Jedi exploration vessel. Impressed by Thrawn's tactical brilliance, Palpatine had the Chiss brought before him following the conversion of the Republic into the Galactic Empire, and offered him a position within the fledgling Imperial Navy. Thrawn accepted, and the years that followed saw him quickly rise through the ranks, scoring countless Imperial victories, and playing an instrumental role in forging an alliance between the Empire and the Chiss Ascendancy. Thrawn was frequently degraded and reviled in his early career by his typically bigoted Imperial comrades for being non-human. But with the respect of Emperor Palpatine and his long list of accolades, this had little effect on his meteoric rise through the ranks, and those Imperials who served under the direct command of Thrawn eventually grew to like and respect the man as a leader. Thrawn's differences from his Imperial colleagues were not limited to race alone. The Chiss was always highly concerned with the welfare of the men under his command, and made constant efforts to reward officers who acted with imagination and creativity. Thrawn was also far more lenient in disciplining his subordinates, encouraging them to learn from their mistakes and grow into more proficient officers. Thrawn's tactical genius was unrivaled in the history of the galaxy. The Chiss was famously obsessed with the culture and artwork of other races, and was able to use his artistic knowledge to not only determine the race of an opposing commander, but also to identify the psychological blind spots of that race, adapting his tactics accordingly. Following the Emperor's death, Thrawn led a historic campaign against the New Republic, often employing more guerrilla-style tactics, with which his Imperial comrades were highly unfamiliar. Thrawn's irregular techniques allowed the Imperial remnant to make best use of their weakened Starfleet, often engaging far larger forces and emerging victorious. Thrawn's later life held many incredible accomplishments, from the hunt for Demetrius Zarin to the founding of the Empire of the Hand, but it was his campaign against the New Republic in the final years of his life that would be forever ingrained in galactic history. After Thrawn inherited control of the Imperial remnant following the apparent death of Ysanna Isard, he immediately began formulating plans to return the Empire to its former glory. From his flagship the Chimera, Thrawn and his venerable second-in-command, Captain Gilead Paleon, used the diminished Imperial fleet to strike out against the New Republic, crippling their navy in the famous Battle of Sluis Van, and later threatening the security of Coruscant itself. Thrawn even succeeded in replacing many of the Empire's ships when he rediscovered the long-lost Katana fleet, a force of 200 Old Republic dreadnought cruisers left adrift in uncharted space after a navigational accident. Through the cunning and intellect of Thrawn, the Imperial remnant succeeded in pushing the New Republic to the very precipice of destruction, winning victory after victory against often impossible odds. However, during the Battle of Bilbringi in 9 ABY, with the Republic lines breaking and Thrawn on the cusp of ultimate victory, the Chiss realised his one fatal mistake. Rook, Thrawn's ever-present bodyguard, was a Noghri death commando, a member of a fiercely loyal warrior race who had served Thrawn and the Empire for many years. But it was during the Battle of Bilbringi that the New Republic revealed the truth behind the Noghri's loyalty. They had discovered that before his death, Darth Vader had secretly ordered the deployment of a poisonous hybrid plant into the Noghri homeworld's ecosystem. This deception, disguised as an ecological support project, ensured that no other plant life would grow on the planet, forcing the Noghri to rely entirely on Imperial supply chains, and forever ensuring their loyalty. Upon discovering this betrayal, Rook plunged his vibroblade through the back of Thrawn's command chair aboard the Chimera and into the Grand Admiral's heart. With his final words, Thrawn expressed his admiration for Rook's method of assassination, saying famously, "But it was so artistically done." Having murdered the legendary Admiral, Rook loudly declared that he had liberated the Noghri people. He fled the bridge and was immediately shot dead by Imperial Storm Commandos. Despite having the upper hand on every front, the sudden loss of Thrawn's exceptional leadership completely destroyed Imperial morale. Taking command of the fleet, Captain Paleon ordered a full retreat into the unknown regions, and the New Republic was victorious. After his death, Thrawn would be remembered by the galaxy as a tactical genius, as a loved and respected leader, and as the man who almost brought the New Republic to its knees. Thank you for watching Spacedock. Please remember to like, subscribe and share for more science fiction spacecraft summaries. And if there's a particular spacecraft you'd like to see looked at, let me know in the comments below and I'll get right on it.